do you leave a rating and review on iTunes? There's so much being said about that, especially from the podcast world. And you've heard me mention this on Success Caribbean Style podcast. And you might be wondering, how do I go about leaving a rating and review on iTunes? Well, if you're on the page at successcaribbeanstyle.com and you are on the Caribbean People Overcome the Odds page, if you scroll down to maybe 2/3 the way as you're seeing here, and if you click on, well, actually it's an example of how to leave a rating and review, and then you can either copy the URL that's in yellow highlight, or if you click on the yellow highlighted area of the page, that will take you to a new tab that has an iTunes URL, or how to get into iTunes, as you've seen here. Once you get to this point, you've got to click on View in iTunes. View in iTunes. You'll click on that. That will now take you to the iTunes page where you're now going to do the rating and review. I recommend the first thing you do here is subscribe. So you click the subscribe button and subscribe to the show. So now you have subscribed to the show. That means every time a show is released, you will get the notification that the show is being released. Once you have gotten to this point of having subscribed, the next thing I want you to do is go and click on the ratings and review tab. As you can see, there's one rating and review that's already here with a 5-star review. And this person simply says Kings of Grant not only talks about being successful, and from the Caribbean, he showed people how he was doing it in his first episode. He described his thought process and the actions he took to launch this podcast and to set up his website. Then he went out and found successful people from the Caribbean, interviewed them, and they showed up and they showed how they did it, or how they do it. What more could you ask for? That is a simple one that you could do something like that. Now, once you've come to this page and you are ready, click on where it says write a review. And this little box will open up. Click the 5-star, or whatever you feel you want to click. I recommend the 5-star. I love the 5 stars, but I want you to be honest. Give an honest review. So if I click the 5-star and I begin to put a title, I could say, great show and resource. Great show and great tips and resources. Now I know I used great twice there, so I could just say great show along with, I'll just leave it at that. But you get the idea. And then you could just say here, this show has helped me with understanding. I need to know how to spell. Understanding the journey of Caribbean immigrants who have experienced some measure of success away from the homeland. Okay? Great podcast that I truly recommend. That's spelled right? No. COMMEND to all. Keep up the good work. Okay. It could be something like that, right? And then now, because it's my show, I cannot hit submit. I don't want to get kicked out of iTunes, but you will just hit the submit button. And once you hit the submit button, that now becomes the second or third or fourth or hopefully the 100th rating and review of the Success Caribbean Style. Okay, that's all you have to do, and submit, and it's done. How long will that take, or did that take you? A few minutes. So I want to say thank you for leaving me a rating and review, and I really appreciate that, because what's going to happen is iTunes look at this. As you can see here, it says one customer review, and sometimes it will say not enough reviews to show it. So the more reviews I get, it's a chance for iTunes to allow more people to find this show and be helped as you are in what it is you're gaining from listening to this show. So would you just do that for me? And having done that, would you also encourage someone else to do that by watching this brief video of how it's done? So thank you so much for taking the time to listen of how you could do this. And I hope to continue to bring you successful stories of people from the Caribbean who have done so away from the homeland. Thanks, and I truly appreciate this.